During the wintertime, we're out there, and during the heat, we're out there. The only time and even during the rain, we're out there.
This month on Inside Moore, we'll spotlight the Public Works Department and see why these folks may be the unsung heroes of municipal operations. And later,
the most compliments that I've received are what's been done here at this stadium.
Moore Stadium has seen steady improvements over the past few years. We'll show you what's been done so far and what's on the drawing board for the future. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Moore Public Schools is the third largest school district in the state of Oklahoma. It services a population of 22,175 students with 30 different schools. All told, the district covers an area of 159 square miles. When it's 100 degrees outside, these guys are out mowing. When it's 10 degrees, they're out sanding. And every other weather condition in between, you'll find them picking up our trash, fixing our potholes, keeping city vehicles running smoothly, and numerous other tasks we may tend to take for granted. In fact, the city of Moore's 30 public works employees may be the unsung heroes of city operations.
You'll see our guys out working in the rain and weed eating and mowing and that sort of thing, and you don't see that anywhere else. They take their job serious.
Public Works is a varied department covering a wide range of city services.
The departments are animal control, building maintenance, fleet maintenance, sanitation, and street and drainage maintenance.
Here in the city garage, Andy Ball oversees the repair and maintenance of virtually every vehicle in the city fleet, from police cars to garbage trucks.
The last count, I think it's around 100 and maybe 160, 72 vehicles, somewhere around there.
Andy has been with the city of Moore for 30 years. During that time, his team has had to keep up with technology like this new compressed natural gas sanitation truck. He's also had to manage an ever-growing fleet as the city has grown.
When I first came here, we only had maybe 5 police cars. Now we have a fleet of, I think it's in the neighborhood of 70 vehicles in the police department alone.
Public Works also includes maintenance of public right-of-ways such as medians and ravines that run through the city.
We go from 35th and Shields all the way to Indian Hills, and then we go from Santa Fe all the way to east of Sooner a mile.
That's a pretty big area.
That's a very big area.
Within that area, Sammy's department keeps things mowed. They keep potholes filled, streets and drainage systems repaired, and street lights working, among other things.
During the wintertime, we're out there, and during the heat, we're out there. The only time and even during the rain, we're out there. We're in rain jackets cleaning drains during the summertime, and sometimes during the wintertime.
Speaking of wintertime, when the ice and snow come down, Public Works shifts into high gear, making sure streets are sanded and drivable throughout the city. The severe winter storms of the past 2 years have put the department to the test.
Well, I tell you what, we had a blizzard. We had snow drifts 3 and 4 feet and all kinds of different things. Cars stalled. I think we pushed more cars out by hand.
Another Public Works division that braves all manner of weather is sanitation. Nowadays, sanitation workers are more like robot operators, controlling a gigantic claw to retrieve your trash.
The arm goes out and it grabs it, and the machine and the truck you got a hand on is like a joystick, and it's left, right, up, down, and it just reaches out about 5 feet or 10 feet and it grabs the carts. It's a big difference from packing them barrels, I can tell you that right now. But hey, it works, and it's worked good for the city, and that's what we need.
Other departments of Public Works include Animal Control, which aims to keep stray animals off the street and works to find them good homes in the community. This, combined with city vehicle and building maintenance, road and drainage maintenance, and sanitation, the Public Works Department is all over the city all the time. And despite the sometimes harsh conditions, it's a job most Public Works employees seem to love.
I like the people here at the City of Moore. I like everybody. I work with all departments, police, fire, everybody. I like everybody, and I'm a people person, and I enjoy my job.
Progress is underway on a new Moore police station, or at least on removing the old one. Demolition has begun on the old Moore police station and the old fire station number 1, located near the corner of Main and Broadway. The facilities will be replaced with a new 55,000 square foot, $12.5 million public safety facility that will house a new police station, emergency management headquarters, and municipal courts. Check inside more regularly for updates on this and other municipal projects taking place in the City of Moore. When Moore played Westmore this year for the famed Moore War game, they did so at the same location they have for decades, Moore Stadium. But for the past several years, Moore Stadium has been changing, in some ways obvious, some more behind the scenes, but all good.
As we've traveled around the state and seen all the upgrades at other stadiums that was going on in different school districts, we've decided it was time to make some changes here at Moore to make some upgrades, which started with this building that we're in, the new field house. We had a field house that had been here for 20, 30 years, was out of date, and so the first decision was to tear that down and build this new facility, and that happened 3 or 4 years ago.
The new field house is loaded with amenities that were much needed by Moore athletes.
Well, when I was a freshman, that was the first year they built a field house. So there for a while, we had to work out in the gym and do all that stuff. So it was a little rough then, but once we got it, it was awesome. I mean, to put yourselves up there with a lot of the bigger houses over there on the east side of the state, I mean, it's pretty cool. They just redid the turf, and it's so much nicer, and just painting and bricking, and it's really nice.
The new field house includes state-of-the-art workout facilities, allowing athletes to exercise in a safe environment with top-notch equipment. The facility includes first-class locker rooms for football, soccer, and various other sports, both male and female. There are also offices for coaches and athletic directors. And all the facility puts Moore on par with top 6A schools across Oklahoma. When you come to a game, the field house is at the east end of the stadium, forming part of the east wall.
A sense of pride in what your facilities are like. And we have facilities, bar none, as nice as anybody around, and doing a great job of keeping up with the Joneses as far as high school football goes, and making sure that we're top of the world facilities.
Following the field house, Moore schools began improvements on the stadium itself with aesthetic upgrades across the board.
We put in new ticket booths. We put in a new concession stand on the south side, on the visitor side, and restroom facilities. Before, on the visitor side, we just had concrete for the people to sit on. We added bleachers on that side. And also then we put up a new fence around the 3/4 of the perimeter of the facility, plus the new fence around the track, which added a great deal. And we also added some brick facades.
The new changes have given the stadium a more professional look, which may not sound all that important on the surface. However, considering Moore Stadium services Moore, Westmoore, and Southmoore, 3 6A high schools, and attracts competitors from across Oklahoma and the country for everything from football to band competitions to track, having a nice-looking facility can be important, and it's good for the players.
Well, it's really important because, we want to create an environment where we do everything in the right way, in the first-class manner, and you're exactly right. When our district kicks in and does things like that and makes improvements at the stadium, then our kids will feed off that.
I'll say this, of all the projects that I've done around Moore schools, the most compliments, the most comments that I've received are what's been done here at this stadium.
One of the most striking additions to the stadium in recent years is the new scoreboard, sitting just on top of the field house at the east end of the stadium. School officials believe it is currently the biggest high school scoreboard in Oklahoma, allowing for video replays, graphical introductions of key players, high-energy music, and videos introducing the home team. Even entities like Integris and Moore Norman Technology Center have been able to sponsor the scoreboard by buying video time and placement on the screen. But most importantly, both players and coaches say it ramps up the excitement level of each game.
But, that's really neat for kids and, to go out there and play in an atmosphere like that, the electricity that generates, and it really does for anybody that's never been around it and seen it, what that Jumbotron really does.
They love the new scoreboard with the Videotron. They love the work that Coach Milo puts into the pregame introductions, and I think our fans really like to see our players introduce themselves at starting lineups.
The most recent improvement has been to the field itself, with a complete replacement of the turf, met with rave reviews by players.
When it's muddy and rainy, it's so much better because grass, you slide and you'll fall everywhere. Turf, it seems to, it's the one we had before was kind of hooked, and this is deeper and it's more your cleats dig in, and it's got a lot better traction and faster.
The final improvement to the stadium will be the biggest yet, a new press box that will be built behind the current home team stands.
The crowning jewel of the stadium is going to be the new press box, which we received the money for that in May. We have started some preliminary designs. We're not far along in that process, but that's something that we will start working on next month. So it'll be a $2.1 million press box. Along with that, we're going to look at doing some bleacher upgrades on the home side.
So whether it's Moore War, the Southwest Showdown, or a band competition, it's a whole new game at Moore Stadium, and it's only going to get better.